Hey everybody, this is Danny with Legendary Muscle, and today I'm here with Roy and his 1934 Ford Coupe. Thanks for being on the show, Roy.
Thank you very much for having me.
No problem, man.
Yeah.
Hey, so tell me a little bit about your car. What do we have here?
We've got it's a glass-bodied 1934 Ford.
Uh-huh.
It's got a original hood, grill, dash, headlights, all from 1934 era.
Okay.
And it has a custom chassis built underneath it.
Okay. So when you say a glass car, you mean the car's fiberglass itself?
The body, from the doors back, is completely fiberglass.
Okay. All right.
You buy it that way. It came with a chopped roof. From that point, you put your own dash in, your own interior, or whatever custom that you want to put on the inside.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you said chopped. How much is it chopped down?
It's chopped 3 inches.
3 inches. All
yeah,
right.
Yeah.
So you mentioned that the grill is the original headlights, and the hood is original as well, right?
Yep.
So it does have metal onto it.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Well, what about the frame? What's the frame?
The frame is a custom built, specific for this chassis, with extreme upgrades for any amount of horsepower that you want to put to it.
Okay.
It's all boxed in. It cross frames and braces. It's got everything it needs.
So it can take a good amount of torque.
Yes, it can.
All right.
Yep.
So what kind of suspension do you have on this?
It's got a coilover 4-link suspension in the rear and a Pete and Jake straight axle front end in the front with Bilstein shocks.
Okay.
Yeah.
So custom frame. Did that come with the custom frame already, or it was something you had to have?
The frame came with the car.
Okay.
The suspension was aftermarket purchase.
Oh, okay, it was aftermarket. What about
front and rear is aftermarket purchase?
Okay,
yeah.
So what about the brakes? I see you have disc brakes here in front.
It's got GM disc brakes in the front. Complete brand new front end. It's got 11-inch Ford drum brakes in the rear with a Curry Ford 9.
Okay. All right. Well, that's pretty sweet.
Yep.
So how did this fall into your lap? I meant, were you looking for something like this or what?
I was looking for a 33, 34 for about 3 or 4 years. And I used to come down here every winter to my sons, and we'd go to the turkey run.
Gotcha.
Every year was just kind of a family tradition. It turned into looking for a car.
Okay.
And lo and behold, my son actually came across this car at Daytona.
Oh, nice.
It was just about the end of the day when we finally made the deal with it, and it started downpouring. It rained
well, yeah.
so hard.
There's Florida for you, right?
But yeah, so my grandson and my son, actually, we purchased a car that day. We drove it home from Daytona. I was behind him. His wife was in front of him. The car only had 2 headlights. It barely had any brakes.
Oh, man.
It had no taillights, no directionals. So we really had to limp it home. It took us close to 2.5 to 3 hours to get home with this car.
No.
But we did make it.
That's good.
So, but
that's good.
It was, we didn't think we were going to make it. We figured we'd be calling a tow truck. But we did make it.
Okay.
And from there, it's been a 5-year project to get it where it is today.
Okay, that's nice. So now, the interior, is that original seat in there? And
that's an original 1934 seat.
Okay.
It's got an original 1934 metal dash.
Okay.
All custom gauges. Brand new low car floor shifter. Tilt wheel steering column.
Nice.
All on the inside. All new wiring harnesses.
All right. So you've gone through it pretty much a lot.
Yes. Yes. It's a big old labor of love,
Gotcha. And now the engine on this car, that doesn't belong. I mean, not that it doesn't belong in this car, but that's very modern for this car.
Yeah.
What kind of engine do we have here?
It's an LS1 Chevy, and most people would frown on that anyway because it's a Ford.
Yeah.
So you're crossbreeding.
Yeah.
But again, like I said, you could buy 3 LSs for the price of 1 Coyote. So
that's true.
It's kind of forcing people to do the LS because they're so readily available.
Yeah, because
you know?
those Coyote engines could get pretty
Expensive.
Pretty
I mean,
expensive, yeah.
It would be nice to have a Coyote in there, but we don't.
So I know I asked if this was like, if these were original parts, but were these the parts that actually came in the car, or did you have to sort them out?
This came with the car.
It came with the car?
I did take it off, send it out, and had it chrome. It actually took 8 to 9 weeks to get it chromed before I got it back.
So how does she handle?
It handles beautiful. It really does. This thing goes down the road. You'll be surprised when we take a ride how nice it rides. Yeah, it handles very well.
Because this doesn't have really a lot of weight to this car, seeing that it's a glass body, right?
I'm guessing it's probably around 2,200 pounds.
All right, so that motor could really get up and go, huh?
Oh yeah. Yes, it's got more than enough, even though it's a stock motor.
Okay, well.
Yeah.
What do you say we take it for a ride?
Sure. Sounds good.
Sounds good.
Yeah.
Let's go. So Roy, I appreciate you taking us here for a ride.
Well, my pleasure.
Man, okay, so we're stopped at the stoplight, and I can't see no stoplight in front of us because this roof is so low. How do you get by it with it?
Yeah, that's a little known secret that the hot rodders have to put up with. You have to get yourself a viewfinder so that you can look through your viewfinder and look through and look straight up, and you can still see the light from a car from a space or two back.
Oh, okay.
And without it, you're not seeing the red light.
Yeah. Yeah, because you said how many inches was this chop down?
3.
3 inches.
3 inches, and it, looking out, as you can see, it becomes very difficult.
Yeah, it does.
Yeah.
Especially how low the car is. The car is pretty low too. It's like what? How many inches off the ground?
About 3 inches off the ground. 3.5 inches.
3.5 inches off the ground. So if you have a flat tire, that grill is.
Yeah, I'm in trouble.
You're in trouble, huh?
Yep. I sure am. But,
So, I love this car because it reminds me so much. I know it's not the same year, but it reminds me of American Graffiti, the yellow 32.
Yep. It's definitely not the famous yellow 32, but, to me, it's just as good a looking car as a 32. And
definitely.
It's got just as much of a following.
Oh,
Yeah.
Definitely does. It's pretty awesome, this car. And it's a small car with such a big engine in it.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure it gets up and goes,
too.
It
does. Like you said,
have you ever taken this to the track just to have some fun with it, just to see?
I've never taken it to the track, but I definitely hit it pretty hard on the highway. And it does just fine.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I met you at the Village's car show probably like a month ago, and when I saw your car, I just had to talk with you. I was actually with John. He's actually one of the guys that we interviewed at the very beginning of our show, and he's just been a great guy. So I want to give a shout out to John for all the the leads he's given us with these cars.
Yeah.
But yeah, I was over there. I saw the car, and I saw a couple of other cars kind of like yours, but yours stood out a lot. Stood out very much.
Thank you very much. Speaking of John, I met John about probably 4 years ago through one of my friends. We were at one of the car shows, I think Spanish Springs actually, and his car wouldn't start, and one of my friends gave a jump.
Oh, okay.
And that's how we got introduced.
Oh, yeah.
So we've been pretty friendly ever since then. John's a very nice guy.
Yeah, he's a great guy.
Real car enthusiast and supports it with everything he's got.
Yeah, he does.
He does, yeah.
So do you have any kind of, funny stories about this car or any other cars back in the day?
I can tell you one when I was a younger fella. I had a 64 GTO metal flake. It was in the shop for over 2 years, just getting painted. And that was 1967.
Oh, wow.
I put a car in a car show called Frank Murata Productions. They're probably still around somewhere today. But the point of the conversation is, I don't know if you've ever heard of the Monkey Mobile.
The Monkey Mobile, yeah.
Okay. The Monkey Mobile was on the left side of me, and the Batmobile was on the right side of me at the car show.
Oh, nice.
The original cars. I'm not talking reproduction.
Oh, okay. These are
original.
screen used cars.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's cool.
And that's a story from way back in my past.
So when you go to these car shows that I've seen you at, do you usually get any? Do you win any prizes, any trophies, or anything?
I've won multiple trophies in the last 5 years down here.
Okay.
I've even won at Spanish Springs.
Okay, that's good.
That's
Yes.
rare, in my opinion.
I know you got this. You said you got it at the Turkey Run in Daytona. Have you ever taken this car back to where you found it?
No.
No?
No. I almost did last year because I was thinking about selling it.
Uh-huh.
And I was going to rent the space, but I just changed my mind.
Oh, okay.
You know, like I said, it's not for sale. It could be for the right amount of money,
Yeah.
but I'm definitely not pushing to sell it.
Uh-huh. You're just gonna enjoy it while you have it,
Exactly.
and then if it happens, it just happens.
Yeah. If somebody came along with a really nice GTO that wanted to swap, I'd consider it.
The 67, 66,
Yeah, 64, 5.
64,
Yeah.
65.
I
Okay.
would definitely consider it. Yeah.
Yeah, that's good.
But other than that, probably not. Although I am getting the itch to build something else. Quite
So
honestly.
do you plan on doing any modifications to this car, or is it still kind of a work in progress?
I'm hoping eventually to put air conditioning in it.
Okay.
Which we spoke about a little bit.
Mhm.
That's probably the next big project for this car.
Okay. That
That's-
sounds good. Because
yeah.
you do need air conditioning. I mean,
Oh, yeah.
it's a small car inside, though it's. I don't know if you can compare this to like a VW in width-wise, maybe,
Yeah, maybe.
but it is a small car on the inside,
Yeah.
and that heat just accumulates in here pretty fast.
Oh yeah, it does. It does. That's for sure. Yeah.
Now, with the fiberglass body, do you have to take any certain precautions with it due to weathering and whatnot, or
Yeah.
just treat it like a normal?
Just treat it like a normal car. Yeah.
That's
Yep.
awesome.
Nothing special about it. No. It's,
Okay.
you know, wax maintained just like any other finish.
Mm-hmm.
You know.
It's kind of like the Corvettes.
Yeah, exactly.
Basically the same thing.
Yeah.
Okay. And did you ever find out who makes this?
I have
Part?
not. I've done some research, but quite honestly, I haven't come up with the answer. I've called 2 or 3 companies,
Uh-huh.
and believe it or not, most of these glass companies don't put their name on these vehicles.
Oh, wow.
They all tell me they know their vehicle, their bodies, just by looking at them. You know,
Well, I mean, whoever did the job on this one did a very good job.
they did. They did.
Because when I saw your car at the car show the first time, I couldn't tell the difference. I couldn't tell the difference if it was a fiberglass car, if it was the real thing, because it's so well done. I haven't looked at it with like a magnifying glass or anything like that, but whoever did the work on this car really knew what they were doing.
Yes, I agree, because I'll tell you what, it fools 99% of the people.
Yeah, it does.
Yeah.
I love it. It's really sleek. Though me in here, I think I got a little bit of ways to go to hit the roof. But probably have to make it a convertible for me or lower the seat.
Yeah, well, you can lower the seat.
Oh, you can lower these seats?
Yeah, you can
okay.
respring them and drop them down. Yeah.
All right.
That can be done. If you really need to do that. Yeah.
Well, that's cool. Yeah, it's the first time I've actually been inside one of these cars that are like frame up, custom work, you know?
Yeah.
'Cause normally you'll get a car that has a chassis on it, okay, it's got the body, but the frame is a custom frame, or vice versa. Not really vice versa. Well, you get vice versa with those kit cars,
Yeah.
you know, like those old cars that they used to put on the, where they were imitating those Mercedes. They put on the Volkswagen
Oh, yes.
chassis,
yes.
so they look
Yeah.
like one of those Mercedes from the 1930s or something
Yes,
like that.
Yes. Yeah.
But this is pretty cool. I mean,
Yeah, this is a well-built car.
oh yeah.
Yeah.
And I already saw that it does get up and go.
Oh yeah, it'll get up and go.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's for sure.
Well,
Yep.
I appreciate the time that you gave us
Yep.
this little ride, educating us about glass cars, which at the first time I heard the term glass car, I didn't really understand what it was, but now I do, thanks to you.
Yeah, well,
And really appreciate it, you being on the show with us. So everybody, if you really like this episode, like and subscribe. From Roy to Danny, we really appreciate you watching. See you next time.
Thank you.